Hi, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great, Christina. Thank you so much for reaching out. So, I'm the sales and marketing manager. I've been here for just over a year, and my role in the company really is to really maintain relationships, whether that's with businesses or with wholesale customers in general. So, I maintain those relationships. I'm also prospecting, finding more people who might be interested in our product or who might be a great fit for us. Um, I've also, due to COVID, which I think we'll get into in a little bit, I've been taking on a lot more responsibility with our online ordering system and with our customer experience. And we're also doing a little bit of kind of product development. It's definitely still in its infancy stages, but we are working with another organization to work on some value-added products featuring our grains. So
That's awesome.
quite the bevy of things going on here right now.
For sure,
We
for
definitely wear
sure.
a lot of hats. This is something that Amber gets asked us a lot, my boss and the founder of the company. So her and a few others were working on the Skowhegan Farmers Market group, trying to grow the farmers market here in Skowhegan. And long story short, they found that there was a need and an opportunity to have a grain economy back in Maine. So she actually set out to learn how to do these things, not because she wanted to start a mill. She was actually going to come back with the information for anybody who wanted to do that. And then as things go, she ended up starting the mill with somebody else, with her co-founder.
Amazing.
Which is pretty crazy. I mean, there was nowhere to learn stone milling in the United States. She went to a commercial milling course. I think it was over the Midwest. And, it wasn't quite what she was looking to learn. They were talking about huge volumes of commercially grown wheat, steel rollers, things like that. And when she asked about stone milling, they had no resources for her. So they ended up having to go actually over to Europe to learn a lot of these things.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, which is absolutely crazy. So she came back anyways and just kind of started Maine Grains. We're in the old Somerset County Jail building here in Skowhegan, which is kind of funny, right? I mean, you can kind of see the
Interesting building to be situated in.
yeah, it's a great place to come and check out. We're not doing tours right now. Right now, they're on hold because of COVID. But once we get the tours back up, I would highly suggest anybody who's interested in the story just to come check us out, get a tour through the building, because it really is. It's absolutely amazing what's been done here. With all that, all the connections that we have with our farmers and suppliers, really the mission behind Maine Grains being to source from Maine, and if we can't get it from Maine, it's as close as physically possible. We don't really extend ourselves past, say, New York or just over the border in Canada unless we absolutely have to, which is pretty rare. So it's very
Okay.
exciting what we do here, both in the physical capacity of what's happened here at the jail and in Skowhegan and how it all formed, as well as what we're doing with the Maine grain economy. I mean, we used to be known as the breadbasket of New England. We were supplying the entire region. And as commercial milling started to pop up in the Midwest, we lost it because it wasn't as profitable for people. And instead of people growing grains for food grade, they started growing it for animal grade. Um, so we've kind of flipped that around. And the inspiration, I believe, was just because it used to be here. So with COVID, what happened was we went from, I think it was maybe 5 orders a week if we were lucky, to at the peak of COVID, we were getting about 100 orders a day. And that was an absolutely humbling and incredible experience for us. I had actually just come back from a paternity leave, and I came
Okay. Oh,
back about,
congratulations.
thank you very much. I came back about March 14th, and then I think it was the 21st, we started to see this amazing, incredible spike in
That's great.
dry good demand. Yeah, I mean, it's been absolutely amazing. So really what that forced us to do is that forced us to look at our processes and look at the equipment and our people and see how we could expand with equipment and people and see how we could really hammer out these processes for online orders to get them going out efficiently. So I did an entire analysis on our online orders
Amazing.
for the
Okay,
peak of
great.
COVID, which was kind of crazy. And I think we sold to 48 out of 50 states. Majority of our orders were from New England. It was from places like Massachusetts or New York or right here in Maine. That's where we saw the peak of our orders throughout
Okay.
COVID. I do think that that was a little bit of inspiration for some people, but I do think we also saw a huge boom in I don't know a better word for this, in hoarding of product. Dry
Yeah,
goods are something that stay good for a long time, right? If you order a 25-pound bag of pearl faro, I mean that will stay good for, our best by date is 6 months, and that will feed quite a few people for quite a long time, and
for
a lot of
sure.
sustenance. So I think a lot of it had to do with more with food hoarding, and things that are going to stay good. And people couldn't find flour in their local grocery stores, for multiple
Yeah.
reasons. So, our flour was available both online and grocery stores as much as possible, and I think that we became a source for a lot of people because their normal sources were unavailable at the time. We think it's incredibly important that we're bringing, these local fresh products to students, and it really allows Maine Grains and companies like us the opportunity to work with you guys and to be more present, where we should be present. When you think about institutions, in your region, they really should be sourcing from that area. It's not. I don't think you're really getting the experience unless you're eating the food from that area. I think that especially with this age group, I'm only 24 years old myself. We're very conscious about where our food is coming from, and I think that you're really seeing a wave of, not just younger people. I think it's starting to trickle into older demographics as well, where people are starting to care. They want to know where it comes from. They want to know who makes their food. They want to know what goes into it. I think we're starting to really get sick of the mass-produced things that include a lot of massive preservatives, things like that. I really think locals starting to make a comeback, and it's really exciting. Sustainability is something that we're always looking for, especially with our farms that we partner with. We have certified organic farms that we're working with, that have to follow obviously organic, processes. We're also, when it comes to sustainability, everything that we change here, or everything that we're looking forward to in our future, sustainability is always something that's in mind. Whether it's our packaging, or whether it's changes that we're making to the building, or whether it's, everything that comes down to the nuts and bolts of the business. We're looking at sustainability because we understand the importance of our impact, on the world. And being sustainable is another one of those things that's, again, making a comeback. Right, people are starting to care, and we're starting to see the effects of these things. And we just want to make sure that here at Maine Grains that we're making a positive effect, and we're not leaving things behind that we don't have to. So I mean, everything down to our oat hulls, which is like the outer casing of an oat. Those
Know
get
that. Thank
sold. Yeah, I mean, those get sold. All of the byproducts here get sold. Whether it's going to someone who's farming mushrooms, whether it's going to somebody who's feeding it to their animals, whether it's going to, we actually have a what we're calling a run of the mill flour, which is, when we operate our stone mill and we switch products, we have to flush some product through to get the old product out. And what we've done is we've created this run of the mill flour, which is really, some of those flushes coming through. And instead of just wasting that, or having to go to animals, it's still perfectly fine for human consumption. And there are people out there who want that. It's
That
almost
sounds
like
amazing.
yeah, it's almost like an old world flour, right? This is what they would do, back when stone mills were everywhere, and they had multiple kinds of grain that they were growing, and they used everything. So why not sell that? Why not use that or donate it, right? I think that it's incredibly important to the story of Maine Grains to check us out, right, and to see what we're doing. If you come to this area, like I said, I grew up about 10 minutes away, and when I left for college was the same year that Maine Grains started their first year. I went to Hudson University, and I came back down with my wife. She got a job at the local hospital. So I mean, there was probably a 4, 5-ish year gap between me leaving and coming back, and just the seeing Skowhegan go from kind of a downward trend, to an upward trend in that small amount of time, has just been absolutely phenomenal. I think that Skowhegan has a lot of things to offer, not just here at Maine Grains, but also the businesses that we're partnering with here, with Crooked Face Creamery, with the Bankery, with everyone around us is really doing cool and exciting things. So I would just urge everybody to visit. And at the very least, just come visit. And even if we're not doing tours, check out the cafe
For
downstairs that
sure.
features our grains, that also features a lot of other local products. I would just definitely encourage people to visit.